Hi, and welcome to the Crit Hit Wild podcast, where we cover all things Marvel Crisis Protocol, and we do a new character every week. This week, we're going to be talking about Groot, and I'm your host, Fred.
I'm Brad.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Steven.
Hello, everybody. Hey, we've got the gang back together today. So, we have a lot to talk about. First off, hey, how's everyone doing? How are you doing today, Brad?
I'm doing great. Just great, Fred.
I'm glad to hear that. How about you, Brandon? How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. It's actually quite nice out here. And I'm outside doing this record. How about you, Steven? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Fred. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I usually am recording outside, but it's particularly nice out. It's kind of chilly. It's for those of you out there listening, it is very nice in West Virginia right now. So I'm hoping this continues. We'll see. This is probably false fall, and we'll have another hot week next week. Oh well. Well, let's get right into it. So we do have some news from AMG, however small it may be. One, they have released the affiliations for the coming Ronin box and the Web Warriors that are due soon. Not Web Warriors. What is the box? It's like a Defenders slash.
They are all defenders.
How would you describe them?
They are all defenders.
Every one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Brad, what are the changes that, or I should say, where do these characters slot in?
Okay, well, let's start with the spiders because that's the easiest. All of the spider people in the boxes except Prowler are Web Warriors. And Prowler is a spider foe in a criminal syndicate.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one. I thought there was a possibility that Prowler could also be a Web Warrior, but that is not the case.
Fred, you only thought that because they once told us that all the characters in the box will share an affiliation.
I only was listening to what the company told me.
Yeah, and then they didn't do that this time.
Oh well.
And then
he is tangentially related to Miles.
One of him is. That might not even be who we get in that box.
It might.
It might be the other Prowler.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. I guess let's not go into it.
Well, we don't know. We don't have that information.
No, Fred,
right.
It's not that one either. Prowler was a character in the comics.
Oh, okay.
Before Miles ever existed.
I didn't know that. I don't know that version of Prowler. I only know the Prowler from the movies.
His name's Hobie. I don't remember his last name.
Okay. Okay.
The other box.
The other box, yeah. The Defenders.
They are all defenders. Tigra is a defender and Avenger, and that's it, right?
Ronin is something else, isn't he?
I'm just saying for Tigra, that's it, right? Defender, Avenger.
Oh, yeah, that's it for Tigra.
All right,
yeah.
Because there was, before we had this list, there's talk that she could be an A-Force and Midnight Suns, and apparently she's not going to be. Ronin is Defenders and Avengers. I think that's it. And then Echo is Defenders and Criminal Syndicate.
Yes.
And I think that's it.
Do these line... I know nothing about any of these characters. Do these line up essentially, I guess, except for Tigra?
Yeah.
How you would expect?
Tigra... I kind of would have expected her to be in those other two. But the others, like, this makes sense. Echo, raised by Kingpin.
Oh, well, okay. I guess that would track for Criminal Syndicate then.
Yeah, and then she rebels against him and helps Daredevil fight him. Hence the Defenders.
Okay. All right. Well, those are the affiliation updates for some of the new characters. They also they were supposed to come out in early October, and they've pushed that release date back into late October. We also don't know what they do yet. So we here at Crit Hit Wild are waiting with bated breath to hear what these characters are going to be able to do. So, okay. That is it for AMG news. Let's talk about upcoming tournaments, shall we? So, coming up later this month, on the 20th of September, is a tournament at Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. This is our local store. I will not be able to attend this one, unfortunately. But hopefully
But Fred,
some more
you're
people will
signed
show.
up.
I know, I need to withdraw. I need to come out of that one. I'm sorry. I won't be able to make it that weekend. I guess, is there anyone else signed up? Is it just me and you?
Right now, it is just me and you, Fred.
Okay, well, and that means it's just you signed up right now. So that's a call for everyone out there to show up. We need some more people to show up for our tournament. This is not a big tournament, however. This is not affiliated with anything. This is just our monthly game. So it's not that important. The one that is important is the 27th of September. That is at Fabricators Forge in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That is run by Bryce. This is going to be the next Appalachian Cup qualifier. And this is also an LVO Cup invitational. So if you are the winner of this tournament, you receive an invitation to LVO. So go there. Come to Fabricators Forge. It is always a great time. Bryce runs a great tournament, and I will be at this one. So that is it for
You'll
the
go to
events
Bryce's
that are
tournament,
coming up.
but not mine.
Well, yeah, in this month, that seems to be the case. All right. Well, those are the upcoming tournaments. Let's move into games that we've played recently. Steven, do you have any games that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I can do that. Well, this past Saturday, and I did get some gaming in. Excuse me, not Saturday, Monday, the holiday. The Sunday game I was talking about with my nephew did not materialize, but I did go up to Columbia to play some friends. And I had an amazing game with Isaac. He was playing Red Skull Cabal, and I was playing Baron Strucker Hydra. And we had a fisticuff, let's say. We were tied 15-15. And the reason we were tied 15-15 is because Viper, of all people, did a flip on a mutant madman that tied it. Otherwise, I would have won 16-14. Needless to
Viper saved the day.
Needless to say, then in the next round, I lost by 1. So, but we were running mutant madman and Skrulls. He was running Dracula, Red Skull, Master of the World, Baron Zemo, Toad, Viper. Is that 20? I can't recall. Oh, and Captain America Sam. And I countered with Abomination, Ultron, Metal Tyrant, my own Red Skull, Master of the World, Baron Zemo, and Baron Strucker. So, needless to say, Ultron drones killed his Baron Zemo. I rolled 5 successes on my first attack, and he rolled no successes. And then I rolled 6 successes on my second attack against Zemo, and that was it.
What is up with the Ultron grunts? Why do they always do this? Like,
I have no idea. Needless to say, we were playing a very good positional battle. I made two very grandiose mistakes that cost me the game. So, in all, Strucker and Abomination couldn't flip the points to tie it in the next round after the 15 points were scored. So, it all came down to dice rolls, which is where the games should come down to. So, but
yep. All right. Well, I'm glad you had a good game. I'm sorry to hear you lost, but it happens to all of us.
Yeah. Keeps us humble, friend. Keeps us humble.
That's important. Brad, do you have any games that you want to talk about?
Yes, I played 2 games. The first game was against Memphis, and I was trying out some new tech that one of our listeners dropped in the comments section. So thanks to Sozap31, he posted this list, and I changed his list because I'm not going to play Hulkbuster. But I saw great potential in one of the things he talked about, or she, I don't know, that playing Captain Marvel Cosmic Avenger with Professor X, and then played Wong in the list as well, and using that to let her transform on turn 1 and go ham. And so I did this against Memphis. I also played, besides those 3 characters, Magic, Shadowcat, and Domino. So 5 power goes on Cosmic Avenger Carol very easily. The 6th is a little bit tricky. I think in this game, Domino either made an attack or defended and converted a skull to get that last one on there. I believe I dazed his Captain America First Avenger first turn. He was playing a First Avenger list with a Ghost Rider in it. If Brandon were to speak up, he would say that I should have absolutely lost this game because of how many mistakes Memphis made. But he made those mistakes and I won the game. And even despite the mistake I made at the end of dazing Ghost Rider so he could play his card and get another activation with Ghost Rider.
Having the game won with no activations left with your opponent, and you went over and KO'd Ghost Rider.
I didn't mean to KO him.
You threw an 8-die attack into someone with 1 health left.
And I didn't mean to kill him. So
He didn't die. He came back.
I won this game by 1 point, and really just shouldn't have. I should not have won this game. But them's the breaks. I did forget to transform my Carol back like twice. So
she's tricky. You got to remember.
yeah, she it was one of those things where like she was fine. I can give her enough power. She didn't need to transform, but she would have had so much more if I had transformed her. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. You said you had 2 games?
Yeah. The other one was against an absolute asshole, and I'd rather not talk about it.
That's fair. Well, I had a game that I want to talk about, and it was against Brad. And it was yesterday because we played during Vampire. And I was playing Wakanda, and he was playing the same list that he just mentioned, except instead of Domino, he had Gambit. We were playing at 20 threat on Skrulls and Superpowered Scoundrels, and I was playing King T'Challa, M'Baku, Okoye, Thor, Mighty Thor, I should say, Jane Foster Thor, and another Killmonger, obviously, the MVP for me.
He was.
He did this. He was definitely my MVP without question. Brad did the exact same thing that he just mentioned. He powered up Carol Danvers round 1, and he was able to daze King T'Challa round 1, which was very bad, very devastating. However, on round 2, I activated King T'Challa first, and I did a bunch of damage to Carol Danvers, but I failed to actually finish her off. So he got to activate her, and she charged over at Killmonger, and due to my dice being really hot and his being really cold, he fails to...
And me forgetting to gain extra power when she got attacked by King T'Challa.
Yes. He fails to daze Killmonger. And that, I mean, honestly, that shouldn't have happened. Killmonger should have been dead as a doornail underneath her boot. But it didn't happen. Killmonger then immediately dazes her, and does he daze someone else? I don't know. But that was...
because it took two attacks and the Wakanda Forever to get her.
The Wakanda Forever came the next round. Like, I got you in 2, but you're right, it did take 2.
It did take 2 because I think I Xavier's dreamed the first one to nothing. Or I don't know.
Maybe. I don't fully remember.
That might have been the next round as well. I don't remember.
I think it was the next round as well. I daze her. I usurp the throne successfully, and this was the turning point of this game. And it's like the top of round 2, and from this point forward, like it felt like I had the initiative. I was the one hitting most, and part of that was my dice were really hot, but it was hard for Brad to recover because I was also delivering Mighty Thor into Xavier, which he doesn't particularly like, and King T'Challa did some damage after this too. Anyway, I end up winning this game. It was pretty close. Like, Brad could have pulled it out, but I don't think Carol Danvers got an activation after that. Like, because I think I KO'd her the first activation the next round.
Yeah, I think that's actually where I lost the game. Was right there.
Yeah. Where I KO her at the very beginning of round 3. Yeah. Anyway, that's that was the only game that I played. And Brandon, do you have any games that you want to talk about? I don't. Did you play on Thursday?
No. I critiqued Brad playing terribly.
Okay. Well then,
did you know?
I guess that's it for our...
Oh no, that's right. Borka didn't show up either. I forgot. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah. It was quite nasty out on Thursday, and we were outside in the rain all day, so it wasn't a very pleasant day for either one of us. All right, well, that's it for our games that we played recently. I have a question, Brad. Is there any segment that we have before we go into the person that we are here to cover today?
No.
I don't think there is.
No, I think we would have talked about it. I need to look to see who we haven't regraded yet for next time. but I forgot
Okay.
to do that.
Do we not
Well,
make fun of
then-
Fred anymore?
It got much
Oh.
harder to make fun of Fred.
Yeah, I feel so. What he's referencing, everyone out there, is trivia, which has been very hard to come up with new trivia. So it's not gone, but it's tricky and it's hard for Brad to come up with new things. So when he is struck with inspiration, it will return. But until then, we're just gonna keep powering on forward. And we're going to talk today about the character named Groot, otherwise known as I Am Groot. Oh boy. His defensive stats are 4 physical, 2 energy, and 3 mystic. He has 7 stamina on both sides of his card. He is a threat value of 3, a size of 3, and a movement speed of slow. He's on a medium base, so that kind of helps with the slow movement, and he is affiliated only with Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, Brad, why don't you talk about... Boy, this is going to be hard to break up. Brad, why don't you do his attacks?
Oh, thanks, Fred. His first attack is a physical strike, is range 3, 5 dice, cost 0, gain power for the damage dealt. His second attack is I Am Groot. It's physical, and I really wish they had, I know why they didn't, but I really wish they had called everything on his card I Am Groot. With like different things emphasized. They've missed an opportunity here. But this I Am Groot attack is range 2, 8 dice, cost 5. Before damage is dealt, the character may throw the target character medium. That's crazy. And the attack, after the attack is resolved, the target character gains the stagger special condition. That's crazy.
We're gonna talk about it. Brandon, why don't you finish out the card, because there's so little left.
His first superpower is an active superpower called Living Plant. For 2 power, Groot may remove up to 3 damage from this character. This superpower can only be used once per turn. The second active superpower for also cost 2 is called Tangling Vines. Choose an enemy character within range 3. The chosen character gains the root special condition.
And that's it. That's the entirety of his card. This might be the card with the most blank space on it. I might be wrong about that, but it wouldn't surprise me. And for as much blank space as there is, I'm still shocked at how effective this guy is on the table. Brandon, I'm going to ask you a question. Is this the most health on a 3-threat model in the game?
Yes.
He has 14 health. He also can easily heal himself with Living Plant. Or he can heal other people.
Not with
from
this.
this
He can
character.
only
No,
do that with his tactics card.
Yeah,
Which is an unaffiliated tactics card.
Right. I'm just blown away by how simple and how good this is. It should also be stated that this guy is essentially a delivery mechanism for Rocket, but he's more than that. Brad, what do you think about Groot?
I think he's really great. His spender is one of the best in the games, and hardly ever gets used, which is crazy. Because he wants to hang out with Rocket, and Rocket doesn't want to be in the fight, he tends to hang out pretty far back, take hits for Rocket, and heal himself. And that range 3 attack, he does get to make some attacks sometimes, but not all the time. Really, he's got that anchor dragging him down from being like super helpful. So in practice, not as good as it seems like he should be, and still really good.
Because he's too busy escorting Raccoon around.
Yes. Yeah. Mr. Raccoon.
Mr. Raccoon. Steven, what do you think about Groot?
If you don't know how to deal with him, he can be very annoying. So,
I can confirm.
Yeah, he's real simple, not too hard to explain. If you have him and you're introducing somebody to the game, he's a pretty good character to just give to people so that they can get into the action a little bit quicker without reading a whole lot of text.
Yeah. He's very simple, very straightforward, and very good. Brandon, what do you think about Groot?
I played Groot for the first time like a month ago.
Do you mean you played against him or you played him,
No,
the
I
model?
played him. Yeah, I played the model.
Okay.
I played him and Rocket. I played Groot a little bit more aggressively because I agree with Brad that I think it's like the best spender in the entire game, and I did not want it to go unused.
Let's talk about that spender because it is a range 2, 8 dice physical that throws any size. That means he can throw a Sentinel. Or wait, is it size restricted?
It's not size restricted. He can throw Dormammu.
It's not. That's dumb. And it automatically causes a stagger. The throw happens before damage is dealt, so it's not a case where they get dazed and you don't get to throw them, and they're automatically staggered. Neither one of those is on a trigger. This is a 3-threat model. It's stupid. How is he this good?
Yeah, I played them under Dormammu, Groot, and Rocket, and it was pretty phenomenal. Having Groot with extra power, like him and neither one of them have trouble spending power, so they're not really sitting on it all that much. And it's really hard to try to go after like Rocket and Groot when there's like a Dormammu or other threats nearby. So they just kind of sat on a side and did whatever they wanted the entire game, which felt like most games with Rocket and Groot, because like chewing through Groot to get to Rocket never feels great anyway.
Right. It sucks.
Yeah,
You
so
hate
you're just
doing it.
Yeah, so you're kind of, and I mean, I definitely played them more aggressive, but I was trying to get like as much out of them as possible. But I think the combinations. I think Rocket and Groot are one of the best 5-threat in the entire game. Even it's split across 2 models, but they're still one of the best 5-threats. And Groot is probably criminally underplayed as a solo 3-threat. Like he's just fine without Rocket.
I was gonna ask. That was gonna be one of the things I was gonna ask you guys later. Is when we
Agreed.
did Rocket Raccoon? Yeah, yeah. We did Rocket Raccoon last week, and we landed on that. Rocket, he kind of does need Groot. I mean, that was my takeaway, is that he does need Groot. I mean, he's good on his own, but if you're taking him, you want to take Groot just so that he's not immediately picked up. Does Groot suffer the same problem? I think Brandon and Brad have both already answered that.
I think
Steven?
they're probably both criminally underplayed by themselves. I don't think I would say that Rocket needs Groot.
Okay.
But getting Deadly Duo is great for having both of them.
Fred took statements like he is so much better with Groot that he's like a grade higher to mean you have to take Groot, which is not quite what was meant by those statements.
Okay, that's fair. Keep going,
All right,
Brandon.
well,
Keep going.
That makes more sense. Yeah, because Rocket with range 5 attacks shouldn't be in the midst of it, and if you're playing him as your 2 threat, my theory is very consistent, and it'll always be this way, that if you're attacking the 2 threat, you're doing exactly what I want you to do. Now, if the 2 threat's the only one alive, then the game's over. But if you're... So, like, Rocket and Groot, the only list I have them in is, like, a Dormammu list. If you're skipping past, like, Dormammu or, like, Weapon X or Carnage or someone to go attack Rocket, like, more power to you. You're doing exactly what I want you to do at that point.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. And here's the thing about Rocket and Groot is that they have the output to make your opponent maybe think about doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
but they are both very, very good by themselves. The hard part is kind of what Brad was mentioning, is they are, even if they're both like B to low A models, like together they are just unbelievably great.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think about this?
I could see Groot being off by himself, like, I don't know, like in a criminal list, because he would be very, very hard to move off point, and counting as double when he's still healthy, and you can keep him really, really healthy. So, I mean, I agree that a lot of people do not play Groot by himself, and maybe that should be looked at a little bit more.
Okay. All right. Well, there it is. Groot is I guess both of them are very good to play alone, but if you can fit the other one in, you should probably think about fitting the other one in, because them as a pair is one of the best pairs in the game. Probably, maybe the best pair of models in the game. Okay. Groot has some tactics cards that we should talk about. We've already talked about Deadly Duo. We talked about it last week, but to sum it up, both he and Rocket Raccoon pay 2 power, and Rocket Raccoon gets to make 3 attacks against 3 different characters. 3 of his builder attacks against 3 different characters. An amazing card that is made even more amazing by this pair of people. I mean, it is a card that if you have both of them on the table, you should be playing this card. The other card that is associated with Groot is called We Are Groot. It is an unaffiliated tactics card. It is active. Groot may spend 3 power to play this card. Groot and allied characters within range 4 of him remove 2 damage. I mean, on top of Groot's already huge survival ability, he can heal himself and the rest of your team if you bring him. This card is crazy. Like, 2 healing is, it may not sound like a whole lot, but if you are on a densely packed side of the battlefield and you are surrounded by 2 or 3 friendly models, that is 6 or 8 healing that you're able to do with this card. I mean, that is an enormous amount of healing. That is so good. What do you guys think?
Is a very long ways.
It is. What do you guys think about this card? What do you think about this, Brandon?
Yeah, I think it's great. The fact that it's unaffiliated, both of these cards mentioned being unaffiliated are just make me really question why these 2 models haven't been like splashed more, or just played more in general, especially because they both came in like a separate box together. I don't own them, which is why I've never really played them. If I had, I've always considered playing them in a bunch of things. So I don't know. It feels kind of weird that these aren't played more to me, but
I agree. Brad, what do you think about this tactics card?
This is a great tactics card. You need to have a real good reason not to play it if you're playing Groot.
Yeah. There's an argument to be made for not bringing it, because there are some other really good tactics cards in Guardians of the Galaxy, but this one is really good. You have to have a real thought about it, like you said. Steven, what do you think about this card?
It can be a backbreaking card. It really can.
Yeah.
You think you have everything under control, and then somebody pops this, and it's not that Groot is healing; it's everybody around him is healing.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it doubly dangerous.
This is a punishment for not finishing off your opponent's models. If you are a person who spreads damage around, this card will ruin you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, we've talked enough about Groot, I think. There's not a whole lot of meat on the bone for things to discuss. He's pretty straightforward. What do you guys want to give this guy as a letter grade? I'm really up on both Rocket and Groot. And as a pair, I gave Rocket, I gave him an S. And I think that as a pair, I want to give Groot an S as well. Just because this is, like Brandon said, the best 5 threat in the game. Or one of the best 5 threats in the game. No question. Brad, what do you want to give to Groot?
Okay, so I gave Rocket's grade as if you were playing him with Groot. I'm going to give Groot a grade all on his own. A.
Fair. A, yeah.
Yeah, even on his own, he's
okay.
an A. So.
Absolutely. All right, Steven, what do you want to give to Groot as a letter grade?
Just a B+.
A B+.
Yeah, because there's ways around them. So
yeah,
if you know how to do it.
All right, and Brandon, what are you gonna give to Groot?
Groot, just like Groot by himself, I think I'm at an A as well.
Okay, all right, yeah. These two models are both great, and together they're even better. One of the things that I was thinking about is one of the reasons they may not be splashed all that often is because you are taking 2 models to do it. So that's 2 splashes if you're not playing Guardians of the Galaxy, which is doable. Like, there's no reason not to do 2 splashes, but it makes it the math a little trickier. It means you're not taking, Shang-Chi. It means you're not taking Beta Ray Bill. But it still is totally worth it. Okay, well, Brad, do you have any comic book recommendations that feature Groot?
I do, and like Rocket, I found some that he gets to solo be the star of. There's a lot of good comics that feature both Rocket and Groot together, but I want to give them their own little spotlight. So here we go. We got 3 today because the first one, well, let's just get into it. Tales to Astonish 13. This is Stan Lee, Steve Lieber, and Jack Kirby. And this is Groot's first appearance, kinda, sorta. The monarch of Planet X, named Groot, crash lands and terrorizes a small town. So this is not really the Groot that everybody knows. I mean, it is in name, but not really anything else. This is like, I don't know, it's a B sci-fi horror film in comic form.
I mean, that sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. It's just not the character Groot that we know and love.
Okay.
So
is this Groot, or is this another of his species that also calls himself Groot?
That is a great question, Fred, that's never truly been answered.
Okay.
I think I think the official stance is that it is actually Groot. But
Aren't they all Groot?
well, Groot is the last of his species. That's a good question. Brandon, I wish I had an answer for you. Okay.
Going back asking hard-hitting questions.
Yeah. The next series is I Am Groot by Christopher Hastings and Flaviano. That's the artist. And this is... I have a typo, and it's hilarious. I wrote, Tony Groot has been separated from the Guardians, and he has to find his way back, instead of Tiny Groot. Good old Tony Groot.
I think that his name is now Tony Groot.
Do you know Tony's cousin Soy Groot? He lives in Mexico.
Oh boy. Because I am Groot. Ah, I see.
Yeah. That was good. That was a good bilingual joke. You don't get those often on podcasts.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. So this is after the movie where they made him Baby Groot. In the comics, they made him Baby Groot, and he's going around the universe trying to find the Guardians, and meets a lot of space people. It's a fun little jaunt. Then finally, we have a series. It's just called Groot. This is by Dan Abnett. It's a really good comic. And Damian Coccaro. This takes place in the past. This takes place before he shows up on Earth. Way before he was a Guardian of the Galaxy. And someone destroys his Earth, and he teams up with Captain Marvel, the Kree guy, to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Is this where there? Okay, there was a trivia once where we found out that Groot is like a physicist on his home planet, or something like that, or he was a physicist.
Yeah, he is some sort of scientist.
Is that where we learned this?
I think that actually comes from Tales to Astonish. I think.
Or am I like confusing two different things?
No, he's a genius scientist. He absolutely is. Groot is.
Are you still there?
Oh no, Fred can't hear me.
Oh, is anybody still there? Have I lost everyone?
Fred's gone rogue.
Fred can't hear me. Yeah.
Fred, are you back? Is anyone there?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay,
I think
it's just Fred. Great. Okay, well, I answered Fred's question. He'll have to listen to the podcast to get it. But yeah, Groot is a scientist, and I think that's established right at the very beginning. So, who wants to do Fred's awkward exit from the podcast? Not me.
Well, I guess that would be Vin Diesel did the voice of Groot, right?
He sure did.
Wait. Non sequitur would be how.
Real quick story about that. They hired Vin Diesel and they said, we need you to say I am Groot, and then we're going to use it throughout the film. And he said, no, I want to know the context of every scene where I'm delivering this line so I can put the right emotion and stuff behind it. So he recorded every I am Groot separately for the films.
Didn't he record all of the different languages too?
Yes, he also did all of the different languages. True professional, that man. True professional. Okay, Steven, what is your favorite Vin Diesel movie?
It would have to be Pitch Black.
That is a very good pick. Brandon, what is your favorite Vin Diesel movie?
I am a sucker for all of the Chronicle of Riddick movies.
Okay.
So Steven snuck in there. I'm gonna go with the pacifier.
Oh, good one, good one. That, for people at home, that's one where he plays a government agent who is assigned to babysitter duty, literally to babysit a kid. I also love the Fast and Furious movies, so there.
I do as well.
After the first couple, you just need to know that they are superheroes, and their superpower is cars. And that's the movie.
The first three are so very good. There's actually, I'd like to say most of them are really
one
good.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Tokyo
Drift is
one.
not
That's
good.
But that's my favorite one.
Oh my God, Steven.
No, it's just because of the cars in it compared to the
you
other
just like
ones.
those cars. Okay. I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. They're good. They also gave us the fourth installment of the Riddick movies, so I can't be upset at them.
Okay. And then I guess that's a podcast for us. Fred would say, have good gaming or something. Bye.
Have game good.
Goodbye.